Here we go. Here we go. Let's get some ships done today.
Let's get it done. I'm about to turn my video off and go for a wonderful walk. You might hear some birds. And this is the way we work together. Wow, that's loud.
That is loud. I just dropped it down.
Wow. Yeah, I thought I was at a Nine Inch Nails intro right there.
Indeed. Well,
right,
yeah.
What are we getting done today?
Yeah, so when we last left our heroes, we were working on... What were we working on? Oh,
I think we'd set a date, right? We set a date.
So we had spent an inordinate amount of time figuring out, kind of making sure that I have clarity around like what does the process look like? How do we sequence this out to make sure that this is kind of a repeatable process? And in doing that lets me set the date for the MidTicket delivery itself. So now that we have that, we can start building off the rest of it. So okay, so our next step, so we have our solution dialed in, right? Like we know what we're doing for sake of what this offer is and how we're going to be helping people turn their meetings into social content. Okay, so that's our solution. We have kind of the skeleton of that done. Now we need to take that solution and turn it into an offer. To turn it into an offer, we need to have the mechanism. So we kind of work from the back forward. We need to have the mechanism for somebody to buy. We need to have the thing set up where we're actually going to deliver on this, which in this case would be like a Zoom webinar. And we need what else? We need our sales assets, and then from that we'll be able to promote. So sales asset in this case is just going to be a Google Doc sales letter. Does that make sense? Oh, and we need a price.
That does.
And so our price is currently planned to be $100. So that's the plan. So let's build this out. Okay, so let me share my screen. And what did I say we needed? So I need to set up the Zoom. So here's what I'm gonna get going. So I got Zoom fired up.
So while you do that, this is a promo for what you do. You help people get shipped. It's amazing what we just already did in the last couple calls. And now we're moving into a completely different realm of actually setting up the tech to get it done. Like, it's a completely different animal. And the fact that, like, I'm already bored with this part. But me sitting here, like, you are, like, enjoying it like Mario on a date with Princess Peach, and so that's amazing. Like, you just keep plugging away and I just keep walking.
There you go. Yeah, you're gonna walk 500 miles and then walk 500 more just to see this MidTicket offer actually get done.
That's right.
All right, let's see. Effortless content system. That's what we're working with. All right. Then did we decide? I think I did like the second one best. We could probably get rid of the first version of this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the second version that we ended up with was fine. I'm going to get rid of the first. Technically, I'll have it in like the history of edits. And I'll have it in Claude and whatnot. So, okay. So here's what we're working off of. So this is the process here. So I need to set up a Zoom webinar that we're ultimately going to be able to deliver to. So part of what I'm going to do right now that we've got the effortless content system. So I'm setting up a new Claude project so that I could get a knowledge base. So I can get a knowledge base set up. So I'm going to download our one sheet here as Markdown from HackMD. I'm going to get that loaded up into the project. All right, so I got that. The other thing that I want to grab for this is I'm going to grab, let's see, chats, effortless content creation. Does this one have what I'm looking for? Nope. Let's see, monthly mid-ticket offer cycle. I think this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want, please give me a synthesized, productize your genius worksheet that combines the answers/info from the first one and your updated, deeper understanding as well into one flowing document, zippered together. Hopefully that makes sense to it for what I mean. I want it to, like how you merge.
Right.
When you got a lane that's ending.
If it works, it's pretty amazing that it will understand that you meant merge by zippered.
Yeah, there, exactly. I didn't even have to think about the right word. All right, so 1A, identify, clarify your impact. And what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to get this data into that project so that as we start creating other things, it has all of this context to operate off of too. Identify core outcomes. Okay, order your outcomes. All right, perfect. This is what I'm looking for. So now I want to download this. I'm going to download that one. I'm going to go back into my other project here, and I'm going to upload this one so that I have this in the context here. So now it's got our one sheet, but it's also got kind of an extensive understanding of our audience. Okay, so now we're going to start producing assets. So here's what I want it to do. I need a title, short description. I can set the date myself right now. So I pulled that up. So the date for that plan is I'm going to block off the 20th from 1 p.m. and I have it blocked through to 4, so that'd be 3 hours.
And if you go longer than 3 hours, it won't cut off, will it?
No, it shouldn't. It's just what it sets the thing to be. Gotcha. I forget.
The invite.
Like on this page. Panelist, telephone both, enable practice session. So I do tend to have Q&A on. Enable practice session means that when I come in, it doesn't immediately go live. I am going to automatically record the webinar into the cloud, make it available on demand. That should be right. All right, and that looks like all of those settings are good. So now I need
and what Zoom what Zoom service do you have? Is it just the base beginner paid?
Yeah, I mean it's so you have I have the webinars thing set up. So Zoom webinars is like an add-on service. I think it costs $50-$60 a month, something like that. But it allows you to have forget if it's up to 100 or if it's up to 500 people on at a time. Biggest difference between a Zoom meeting and a Zoom webinar. Zoom meeting, the default is that everybody comes on as an equal participant in a way. Like you can mute people, like there will be a host who can sort of control things and keep order, but the default expectation is people are coming in like ready to interact. With a webinar, it's more like you've got the people on the stage, and then you've got the people who are there to watch and participate in chat, Q&A, and that sort of thing. So
gotcha.
This sort of thing I typically do as a webinar rather than a meeting. I could always promote somebody to a panelist if I want to, but I tend to like as a default that for this sort of thing, I want to really control who's coming in, who's coming on. I don't know. That's at least the way that I currently think about it. So I might change my mind on that, but that's at least how I currently think about it. All right, so I do have a MidTicket webinar template that I've set up in the past, so I threw that in there. Let's see if that changed any of my settings. I turn off the require webinar passcode, but I keep the registration required. Automatically record. All of that looks good. Okay, but now I need to change the name and the description. So let's come into our project and say, please give me the name is going to be easy. It's just this. Effortless content system. And please give me a succinct description for the Zoom webinar where we'll be delivering this workshop. Yeah. All right, let me see how that flows through. Yeah, I want to make it a little bit more clear. Focus on what we're covering and what people are, what outcomes will happen when they join rather than who it's for. This page is only seen by people after they've purchased. So over time, I could always dial this into a prompt, and I'll show you how I do that actually. But in this workshop, you'll master a 5-step. By the end, you'll be equipped to turn each hour of meeting content into multiple high-value posts while building a sustainable system that eliminates creative blocks and save you hours every week. That sounds good. Okay, so I got that. Now I can click schedule. All right, perfect. And then in here, I want invitations, email settings, branding. Okay, all of that looks good. This is what I have this set to. Okay, so I need to change the banner. And I potentially need to update logo. Okay, so these are other assets that I need to do. So now we're starting into part of what I forgot that we need to do, which is I do some basic like branding around this sort of thing. So let me pull up AI or time hack was the last one that I did. Okay, so I'll typically start. So like this is like a 3-pack of what I typically develop out. So I'll have a banner size logo like this, which gives me a horizontal logo, and then a square version. I don't always need this. Depends on how we're going to set it up, but these are the kinds of assets that I typically do. So I'm going to start by making a copy of this one. That's going to be my most recent. All right, and then now I need to develop a logo for this. So I've made a copy. This is going to be the effortless content system course graphic, right? That's what we call this. Effortless content system. Yep. Okay. So now let's do this. Let's go back in here. Give me 3 potential ideas for an icon description. Keep it minimalist. Minimalist. That would fit as part of the logo for effortless content system. So my logos are always the same basic idea. I try and have some sort of picture icon that goes with it, plus the text itself. Okay, so it says a simplified speech bubble transforming into a document or social media post representing the core concept, a flowing ribbon or infinity symbol that incorporates subtle document or text icon, 2 overlapping elements, a microphone or sound wave on one side seamlessly blending into content on the other, illustrating. Okay, so here's what I would do. I'd take this, and I like to start in Dolly for these typically.
Yeah.
Minimalist white icon on a black background for this. And I'm not even spelling things right. It's still going to do the right idea.
It's going to know that zipper means merge.
Hey, look, that's a pretty solid icon there. Okay. So that's a solid contender. All right, let's try this one. And there's lots of different tools that I could use for this. I tend to find the ChatGPT for this is good enough. There are tools that will actually generate SVGs. That could be a good route to go with this as well, because then they're infinitely scalable. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I like this.
I do too.
Infinity symbol with the icon or with the document behind it.
It almost looks like a nerdy, ferocious paper clippy.
It does. All right, now let's try this one. Do we got anybody watching with us? It doesn't look like it. Not right now.
Not right now.
If we have anybody watching with us, I'd take votes. Muriel, you let us know which one you like too, though. All right, we got sound. We got a sound wave into a microphone. This one doesn't really make sense. I'm just gonna say
no.
Please try that one again. I don't think it turned out. All right. I mean, that's the same basic idea. It's not connected with me.
Yeah.
All right. So I think I'm liking this one the most. Let's see. Muriel, what did you like, Muriel? So I think I'm liking this one the most. This one's pretty cool. I like how it like it kind of shows the process, but this one doesn't communicate a ton, but it still feels cool. which is fine.
Yeah, I really like that one.
What's Muriel saying? Oh, Muriel likes the first one too. All right, this one that I'm saying I like, the infinity symbol one. Okay, I need Yoink is apparently not starting up when I start my computer. There we go. All right, so I just grabbed it. Is it there? There we go. Grabbed it. Okay, now I got this. So now I can come over to here. I can pull this in. So we uploaded this, and then now I'm gonna remove the background. And that should do a pretty good job. Let's just see. To sort of check in. Yep. So, hey, look, we just generated an icon using AI that kind of perfectly fits our course. And so I got that. I can replace this one. I'm going to pull it off to the side so I can kind of see it, though. All right, and so this is the effortless a second, messed it up. Effortless content system. All right, and then now I need to decide, do I want to make that bigger? I think I do. I want to make that bigger. My dog constantly brings me this ball and sets it right at my crotch, while, like, all the time while I'm working, so that I could then throw it for him. So if you ever see me just randomly make this motion, that's what's going on. Okay, so this one, all right, now got that in there. I'm gonna modify this slightly. Let's bring that line spacing in a bit. And I think I want this one. See what you look like. You're like this. I don't like that as much. I'm gonna keep that white, but I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna make this effects, neon, and then I'm gonna make this one blue. Let's see, did that work? Did that do what I wanted it to? Layers. It doesn't seem to have done what I want it to. What happens if I made that red? Still not doing it. How did I do it on the last one? So that is supposed to be blue.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to create a slightly different effect on this. Position, bring that back. I just want half of it to be a different color.
Gotcha.
I don't know why this part here is not doing what I want it to. That's not what I'm looking for either. That's okay. Let's get that cropped to there, that cropped to there. I'm gonna align those about there. Let's move this over here. Oop. Position layers. Grab those, and I'm gonna bring it over here. Where is my thing that I'm looking for? There we go. So I look for, in Canva, there's this automated, you see this pink rectangle out on there?
Yeah.
That pink rectangle is a pretty good marker of, like, when you've given something enough white space around it. So that's what I was looking for there was
Gotcha.
That's the right spot. Okay, I want to add shadows. I want to add a glow. I want the glow. A second, let me get SIP pulled up so I can grab the color, because this one doesn't use the normal color picker process. So I need to find the right color. SIP is a color picker that I use. It's also available through SetApp. And
SIP, like a SIP?
Yep, SIP. And it's really cool. Here it is. So part of what it lets you do is it lets you store your color palettes.
Oh, nice.
So you can not only have the color picker, but you can save your color palettes. All right, blur amount, intensity. I want more intensity. Blur size. That looks pretty good. All right, and then I'm just going to adjust this slightly to make it fit there. Okay, I can delete that one because I was just kind of using it for reference. And then what do I have? What do I have back here? Let me see. What is my back-end image? I don't actually see what I have there, but that one's not one that I think I even need to change. Let's try to look through to see what it is. Oh, you know what it was? It was like a clock. Yeah, I should change that to something. So let's see what I can find. Let's say content. Look for photos. Hey, look, that one looks like it feels pretty good. I'm gonna click this. I'm gonna come in here. I'm going to replace the background. Position. Here we go. Okay, this one, I'm going to delete that one. And then this one. I'm going to change the cropping. And my goal with this is mostly just for like aesthetics.
Yeah. I really appreciate like the small little attention to detail. It just makes it a little extra. I mean, it makes it pro.
Right? And then I blur it out a bit. The whole image, intensity. I want it to feel at least slightly different, but it's not too big of a deal if nobody even notices.
You're right.
Right? It's a really subtle effect. Okay. So I got a logo developed out. One thing I do want to check, how did I do the effect last time? So let's look at that real quick. Need to see how I got these no, that's not what I want. This one. Okay, how did I do this one? Layers. Okay, that's how I did it. Position, and what I need to do is I need to actually, I want this one. That's okay. Okay, yeah, cool. I want that one. I want to delete that. There we go. Delete that. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so now, and then under effects, neon, I'm going to bump up that intensity. And I'm potentially going to modify that color a little bit. So let me do this. There we go. All right, we got the effortless content system course graphic here. So now I should be able to take this. I'm gonna compress it. PNG is fine. Let me double check what my size requirements are. 1280 by 1280. Close this one. All right, we're going to download that. All right. I think I'm probably not going to worry about adding the speaker, or actually, this is actually a good opportunity. So typically on something like this, if it's mostly just like copy and paste previous stuff, this is the kind of thing, especially that I would tend to delegate out to Mural. So
Yeah.
Mural in the webinar for this one. So in Zoom, you go into webinars, my webinars, and effortless content system, edit, and then nope, not edit, back to webinars. I think I click on it instead. So yeah, not edit, there we go. And then you click into branding, and then for speakers, add new speakers, or actually select from panelists. Let's do that. And then edit, preview. In here, can you go in and add in my typical details in there and get that updated? You should theoretically be able to go to a previous one, and I think I might have done it on this one. Let's see. Branding. Nope, didn't do it on that one. It's possible I don't have one where we could see it, set up. Might be one in a previous meeting or something, Meryl. But yeah, either way, you have like my details and my information, so you can get that filled out as best as possible. Let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, so I'll have Meryl go in and actually set up that speaker thing. That's not something I need to do. So yeah, and then now we have the webinar itself actually set up. So now that we have the webinar itself set up, now, and actually I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. Let's go to this one. I'm going to get logged into Stripe, and I don't know what all in there is like safe for me to share. So
right.
That
makes sense.
Let me get signed in. I'll kind of talk through what I'm doing. But what I need next is I need a way for people to be able to give us payment for this. And so there's a way that you can set up products on here, and I'm gonna see if that works for me for now, for making a simple a simple way for us to have a page for this. Okay, so let's call this. All right, so in here, let's see. Metadata store, additional amount, billing period. Actually, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Complexity. All right, yeah, I am doing it the way that it's recommending. Let me go ahead. I think I should be able to share this part now. Okay, so I'm in Stripe. I've added a product. I'm gonna come in here and put in the effortless content system, and then let's see. Does this? description, or option statement, unit, marketing feature list. How many can we add? I'm just going to see how many it'll let us add. I'm assuming at some point it'll stop. This is a one-off. It's not looking like it's going to stop. Okay, so I could add a bunch of bullets. Yeah, let's see what it looks like to build a product in here and what that ends up looking like. Okay, so all right, so now I'm going to come back over here. I'm coming over to this, and I'm going to say, please give me all the copy that I'd need to have an effective Stripe checkout product page using Stripe's built-in features for this. I'll have a title, description, marketing features, what they call it. Is that marketing feature list? Where'd it go? Unit label is going to be seat. I don't need a statement descriptor. I don't know if I need to add this metadata thing or not. So we'll this is my first time setting one of these up. So let's see.
You know, sometimes me being very strategically lazy, I'll just copy that whole form, and with Claude having the project, I'll say, please fill this out for me.
Right. That makes sense.
As like a quick first draft. Sometimes that's all that I need.
Let me try it that way too. That is often what I do as well.
Which is one of the cool things about having a Claude project, right?
All right, so I got that. And then here, just for a better experience for everybody, I'm going to have this on the screen at the same time. That way you guys can see me moving things from one place to another. Okay, so this. All right.
While you're doing that, I just had a really cool idea for Brandy.
What's that?
I'm sitting here thinking about how to grow my B&I group.
Right.
Our goal is to double in the next 30 days. We got some new leadership. And the president was like, Charlie, you're a smart marketer. Like, if you got any thoughts, like, how can you help us grow? And so, of course, my Fathom joins our B&I meeting each week. It's fascinating. Some B&Is say they're not allowed, which I think is crazy. But anyway, my Fathom joins. And at first I was thinking, like, how cool would it be to, because at the end of the meeting, you've got referrals, testimonials, or, hey, I got money, to actually clip those and post those each week as content. And
Right.
you just showed me how we can create a custom audience of people that follow my Facebook page. Like, what if we did
Right.
that for everyone in the chapter? And then what if we connected Brandy so that each day there's a post about the power of networking and a different testimonial? Because, I mean, if we've got 14 people, we might have 7 different testimonials each week.
Right. Right.
And so it's like Brandy for BNI. Every single BNI should do something like this, like advertise how great it is or show the results of it to everyone that you know, right?
Right. All right. I think on this one, I think I need to. Can I duplicate it? Let's see. Will it let me? Archive, delete. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Pricing, unit quality. Add price. Ah, perfect. Okay. Need to go package pricing. Flat rate, a single fixed price, billing period. I want to see if I can set up a 2-pay. Total for 2 months.
You mean like a hairpiece?
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. What happens if I do that? No, that's not what I want. Recurring. Monthly. Daily. Here, let's look this up. Subscription schedules. None of those are looking like what I'm looking for. Let's try this. Let's go Grok, and I want to do this as a deep research and say wanting to use Stripe's built-in product. What's that called? Product catalog. All right, let's see if it can do this for us. So Grok's deep search here, it's similar to like R1 or OpenAI's deep research. It's going to go through and it's going to actually do a bunch of research for us. It's going to think about what it found, and then it's going to put together its answer. So that's similar to what Perplexity does by default. But this I've found kind of does a bit more research, dives into it a bit deeper than what Perplexity does by default. Although Perplexity has a version where it does more. I don't pay for Perplexity currently. I don't pay for Grok, but I get the same result right now by doing this. So that's why I'm doing this right now.
Makes sense.
This isn't like, if I don't find a solution pretty quick, my thoughts, I'm just gonna move forward with just the $100 option and not worry about it.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of people having the option to choose one or the other, and I think it makes it more likely that people would just say yes. So
yeah. And when you create this, will this be like one landing page, or will it be embedded in a site?
So my plan is that they would click through and like this builds out its own checkout page. So
gotcha. Makes sense.
Let me delete this price. At least I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Archive product. Create payment link. Yeah, so this is what that looks like.
Nice.
Yeah. Billing.
And what was the question you asked, Grok?
I said, I'm wanting to use Stripe's built-in product catalog and features within Stripe if possible to set up a product with two options: a single payment of $100 and a split pay payment of 50 times 2, billed $50 up front and $50 the next month. Can you research if this is possible within Stripe's built-in web interface? And if so, walk me through step-by-step how to set that up. I already have the product set up for the single $100. I mainly need instructions on adding a split pay option. And so that's what I gave it. It just did the research and just completed it. So let's see what the answer came back as. Key points. It seems likely that Stripe's built-in web interface can support a split payment option for your product using subscriptions with an end date to limit payments to 2 installments of $50 each, one now and one next month. Research suggests you can set up a recurring price of $50 for the product, manually or programmatically set the subscription to end after 1 month, ensuring 2 payments. The evidence leans toward needing some customization or API integration to automatically set the end date, which may go beyond the standard dashboard for seamless customer experience. Setting up split payment options. So let's see if this gets us where we want. To add a split payment option where you can pay $50 now, start by creating a new recurring price for your product Stripe. So the price with $50 a month, the billing interval. Customers select this option. They'll subscribe to a plan that charges $50 monthly, but you'll need to ensure the subscription ends after the second payment by setting an end date 1 month from the start. This can be done manually in the dashboard for each subscription or automated via Stripe's API if you have integration capabilities. So I might be able to do this via like N8N if I want to. Customer experience and limitation on the Stripe standard payment. The recurring option might appear as an ongoing. So clearly, you adjust. Okay, Stripe offers various boom. Create a new recurring price. Payments links or checkout sessions on the dashboard. Private link or session. Ensure both the one-time. If integrated, get the subscription with an end date parameter, ensuring. Okay, so it looks like you have to do it. You would have to do it through the. You would have to do it leveraging the API to do it. So like I have a way that I could do that, but I don't want to. I want to keep it simple. All right, so let's see. So we got contact information, email. Okay, perfect. You can enable more payment methods, change how this page looks in your account settings. I don't need to change how the page looks. That part looks fine. Well, maybe. Let me see. Oh, advanced options. I can add custom fields, which I don't need. A is the call to action. Add recommended products. So, oh, that's useful. So I could add other products that people can add on. So like I could do a basic or simple upgrade there. The one thing that I don't see is I don't see the feature list, which I don't think is necessary for this one, but I was hopeful that I could have that on here too. Let me see if I do the change how this page looks, if that gives me the option to integrate that or not. It doesn't appear to give me the option to change any of that. Yeah, looks like I can't change that as far as I could see. Yeah, that should work though. All right, create link. All right, I got a link. Copy and share to start accepting payments through the link. All right, so I now have a link that people could access in order to buy it. Let me demonstrate that real quick. So here's what that looks like. Just setting that up through there allows people to pay with a card, Cash App, or Klarna. Apparently, collects the contact information that I need. I think if they were like on their phone, it might let them use Apple Pay. It leverages my product logo there and has the description and that. So I mean that, like, at a basic level, I'm able to collect payment this way, right? And that's what I need to do. So now let me look something up. The other thing that I'd like to be able to do is let's check out nope, not there. Let's go into N8N. And I want to see if I can automatically add people to the webinar through that Stripe payment. So let's play with that for a second. All right, Stripe. All right, triggers on account update. Let's see. Payment, product created. All right. Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a new one. Walk me through step by step how I'd set up an N8N integration using built-in nodes if possible, so that when someone makes a product catalog purchase through Stripe, they're automatically added to registrants of a Zoom webinar. This one isn't necessary. Like, this is a pretty easy manual step to go grab this list and get them added. But if I figure it out this time, then it's something I can pretty readily duplicate. And shouldn't be. Yeah, see, like this here, this is a good example. This is doing like the same idea as what Grok was doing. It's running through the pro portion. So it went through and did a bit more of a deeper dive. Trigger payment successful. Add code node after Stripe. Use JavaScript to extract K. Zoom registration action. HTTP request node. Is there not a built-in Zoom one? Let's see. Payment invoice on order. All right, I think it's going to be order payment is the right one then. Order payment succeeded. All right, I'll need to connect up Stripe, so I'll do that in a second. Let's see, is there a Zoom? There is Zoom. Okay, create a meeting, get many meetings, update a meeting. Might need to do a custom Zoom API call. Add Zoom OAuth credentials. All right, so I need to get Zoom connected and I need to get Stripe connected. I haven't built those out in here yet before. And let's see. Well, first name. All right, perfect. Okay, I am going to stop sharing my screen for a second because I don't want to share those details publicly. I'm going to add a Zoom credential. I click create credential. I need to grab my client ID and client secret from my Zoom account. N8N provides docs for all of these. Zoom for developers role. Account owner, account admin, supported. Okay, using OAuth 2. OAuth 2 is what I want. To generate your client ID and client secret, I need to create an OAuth app. So I'm clicking the link to do that. Let's see. I've read key concepts. Develop. Click develop, build. Log into Zoom app marketplace. Okay, Zoom app marketplace. Had to do this before. Forget where I did. Develop, build app. I have to agree to their terms. Okay. Let's see. Zoom app marketplace. Where'd it go? Build, maintain basic information. Select how the app is managed, admin, user managed. Let's see. This is definitely one of those areas where a lot of people would get very lost. Select user managed app for how the app is managed. Okay. I think I want the server to server. Build app. On the basic info page, add or update information about the app, such as the app's names. Yep. They do add this name, but it's not. It's asking me what kind of app I'm creating. General app. Build an app to securely integrate with Zoom API products and access users' authorized data using OAuth 2. Server with Zoom API. Webhook only app. I think I want a general app. Let's see if that ends up working. All right, I'm gonna give the app a name. I'm gonna call it N8N ZH Solutions, so that I know what I set this up for. User manager's fine. I've got my client ID and client secret. Let's see if I need any other settings. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna need to throw in the OAuth redirect URL. Okay. All right, Surface. These features dictate what can be seen in the Zoom client. Choose the features you want to enable for your application. Meetings, webinars, rooms, phone, team chat. I want it to have everything. I'm going to turn on everything. All right, let's see if any of these other features are needed. Copy the client ID, client secret. Okay. Add scopes. They make it annoying to add scopes in this. You have to like add them one by one.
That is annoying.
All I'm doing right now is clicking on scopes. I'm just clicking, trying to get it everything I need. All right, recording. All right, right now I'm going to focus on getting it everything from meetings and recordings and webinars. I just can envision that long term I'll need have access to that as well. This is a step of the process that won't be necessary every time, but getting it done now means that I could automatically have people integrated, which will be useful moving forward. All right, I got those. Calendar contacts. Let's see. Chat. Phone scheduler. Okay. Zoom event, Zoom revenue, account, Zoom virtual agent, team chat, calendar. I think those are all the scopes that I need for now. I might need to add more in the future. Okay, and then I got the URLs set up. I got client ID and all that set up. Let's see. I'm getting it connected now. Connection successful. I should have, okay, perfect. So now in here, I have the Zoom account added as an OAuth API that I can leverage. So, and then now let me go to Stripe and let's get the Stripe credentials set up too. All right, I'm not sharing my screen currently, right?
You're correct.
Perfect. Because I don't want to be. I'm grabbing an API key for Stripe, and I definitely don't want that visible. So yeah, I'm having to verify that it's actually me in order to get the Stripe key. I'm having to use two-factor stuff. Like they don't want to give this information out easily, which is probably a good thing.
For Stripe?
Correct. All right, I have that. I don't have it set up, but I have it so it's a thing that I can set up. I have Stripe set up in N8N. I have Zoom set up in N8N. It's probably a bit beyond right now this call since we're already past time a bit for me to get that set up. But I at least have them in there and ready so that I can. Yeah, next steps next steps that I would need. I have my payment link. I have my registration link. As it stands, I'll have to manually add people into the Zoom webinar, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Like get the list uploaded. Yeah, so I have what I would need there. The next thing that I would need to accomplish is to put together the sales page, which will be a simplified like Google Docs sort of idea. Sales page where people could then go and buy it, and then once I have the sales page, then I can put together a promo sequence of emails and social posts, and then I have to actually like set up the content and whatnot separately while we're promoting. But yeah, that's but that I think that covers our time for today.
Yeah, making good progress on it.
Indeed. Now it's possible, like, because we're doing this live, because I'm, there's a little bit of a, having to rough guess how much time some of this stuff will take and all that. Like, I might have to change the Zoom to be another week out rather than next week. I don't know. We'll see. But
that makes sense because this is the first time we're running this process.
Right. Yeah. And especially trying to do it live and see how we can build it out live and all that. So.
And are you planning to run ads for this?
I probably won't run ads right now. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm at least up. Like, I might run some minimal ads to my audience, but probably nothing extensive at the moment.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, for me, my goal right now is to get the process in place, get enough people that I want to actually do the thing, and then from there, what was I going to say? Over time, I'll continue building out and fleshing out the system to be more and more robust.
Yeah, I heard a really good quote from my coach yesterday, talking about ads on growing your software business, and she said, unless you just have a love affair with Facebook ads, I wouldn't recommend starting out with that. I was like, I really like that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, for me, what I figured out, what ads let you do is it lets you get something out to a wider group of people quicker and at scale. Right. Like, yeah, that's what ads let you do. And what I found for me, like, I'm still dialing in exactly what offers are working, etc. I'd rather test more low key and get things figured out, get things proven, and then scale up with ads. As I have more budget and more ability to run ads with, and know that, like, not everything's going to hit, that's fine. But for me, typically, like, I think where my audience growth strategy really comes into play is doing more content with other people's audiences and using that to build my list and then selling to my list.
Right.
That for me has been one of the better ways to grow in the past, is doing content for other people and growing my list that way. So that's probably, strategically, I'm more likely to go after that as a process rather than the ad stuff. Because honestly, it's also a good filter for if people are going to be a good fit for my products, right? If somebody doesn't even show up on a webinar to hear from me, they're also not likely going to be interested in sitting through a MidTicket with me either, right? So it's at least a decent filter to say, is this the right kind of person to even put this offer in front of? But yeah. So anyway, well, yeah, there we go. So next time,
well, hey,
next time, and it's possible I'll see if mentally I can do some of this in between. Sometimes I'm able to, sometimes I'm not. I like that we set a date and I've got like a thing to move forward. So it's possible I might either hop in on Get Shipped Done myself and see if you happen to be available, and just live stream the next step of the process if I do it before next Monday.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that'll be our next step is to take what we did and put together the sales page of the promo assets, and just double check my process to make sure that I have everything that we need. Yeah.
I like it. That makes sense.
Perfect.
All right. Well, hey, have a good weekend.
You too. All right. Well, there we
Hey,
go.
guess what? I'm back.
Up there.
Hey,
look.
all right.
Green.
Hey. Okay. All right. I'll see you later.
Bye.